Hello friend, welcome back to Total Maintenance. Welcome back to sunny California. And in this video let's continue with this 2005 Scion TC, which I bought off Copart. And basically the only reason I bought it was to entertain you, the channel subscribers. So it's a wrecked vehicle, it will have a branded salvage title, right? And here in this video I would like to discover how much is the damage and if I can even manage to fix it. So in these last few days I was busy with customers' cars, but I had this Scion on the lift. There seems to be no damages anywhere underneath, right, for the undercarriage. Shockingly, I found out yesterday the engine is in perfect condition. I scanned the computer, there are absolutely no codes, and on top of all of that the vehicle is ready for the smog here in California. So I will be doing that this afternoon. I did a very short test drive on our Saudi down there, which is very empty road, and immediately I was hearing that huge rumble from the drivetrain, and what I have found out, it must be the tires. This must be some super cheap junk tires. The maker, it's Federal, it's a super steel 595. They are correct size. If we will look on the fret, that looks absolutely like new, right? Or fairly new. They are not brand new, but the fret is very deep all around. Yet they are so noisy that it's absolutely incredible. I had it on the lift, I spun those tires, and you can see some of them really like bouncing like that, right? So the rubber is bad, and I will need to deal with that later, but they are holding pressure and everything's fine. So let's go finally look why it was junked, right? Why it got a salvage title or total loss or whatever. And it's not because of this plastic thing always rips on all these Scion TCs. You can see here the detail. It just breaks. It's a piece of plastic. People grab it too hard and they rip it. So it was just glued back with some clear tape. That was junk, but the damage is here. And in this video I would like to take the whole interior off and see if it's really fixable. Why I bought it? Because not even the rocker panel is affected, right? This is just that whole side. What I didn't see in those pictures, that some geniuses, and this damage might be even worse than the being T-boned. Some geniuses tried to fix it, and they made these holes, they ripped this whole thing, they made those holes and damaged it way worse. This wasn't here, my friend. This is from either pry bar, whatever they shoved inside, and they were pushing on it. This was perfect. This area after the accident was perfect. I'm pretty sure you remember from the walk around video that the switch, the micro switch, was actually saved here, but I couldn't open it, and that's because the only driver's door was open by the key, but the trunk was closed. Let's listen if I have it open right now, if it will work. Did you hear that? See if I will use both hands correctly. I put my hand under, right? It's still there, but I push the button. Look at it. Voila! The whole back opens. Another proof that Toyota vehicles are unbreakable, right? Somebody destroyed the whole switch which was down here, but you still can open. It's awesome. Now from another video you remember that I couldn't find these special tools for these wheel locks, right? This one is completely different. It's a 6-spline, and this is another one. So I was searching through the car, I pulled everything off, right? So the carpeting was here in the trunk. The spare tire, this is how it looks. It's a 60 psi, right? The thin one, the temporary. And that was removed, but anything else was untouched. Here is all that damaged, how it was pushed in, right? And that's what I want to remove in this video, and we will see how much access I will have to this panel, right? To nicely, carefully push it out. Also, the last thing I removed without you was the rear seat. Again, looking for those tools, right? Which were missing. So that was just one piece. It was in these, right? Locked in these, and I just lifted up, and that was it. So let's focus on the other side, the rear seats and everything. Let's see how can I take it out and assess that damage. By the way, one of the features which my neighbor who has that white Scion TC, he's working over there, he was showing me that for comfort of the rear passengers, you can even recline these seats this way. Unbelievable. Obviously they will go forward, right? And they will go even to the flat front, right? Look at it. But you can even recline them in this very, very comfortable position. There are so many details I'm learning about this, which prove that the designers were geniuses. Absolutely incredible. While I'm dealing with this old trim, interior trim, I will also keep removing this disgusting wiring from here. And I'm not sure in which position these rear seats will be removed. This cannot go forward because that panel is in the way. So why we don't start from the driver's side over there? This trim, it's always on the top, all the other ones, right? Whoever of you ever work on these cars, even if you're removing this part here, this is on top. So this logically needs to go first. And look at it. Look how easy. You just pull it up. I don't break anything. Not being careful. But voila. It was just pushed on top of that. And looking on this panel from inside, right, I will say this will be the next part or the next fastener to remove. I will just pull it up, right? Look at that, that's very easy. I will not hesitate to remove that bolt holding that entire seat belt. My guess that that's 14 was correct. Look at it. And why we don't just continue with all those wheels, right? Even this seat belt here, well, I don't want to be kneeling on it when I will be working. The panel is still attached, definitely. And I will bet you there will be some trick to this hook. I paid for these repair manuals a lot of money, so let me go look there. And the trick on this one was use a screwdriver, push on this tab, then turn it 90 degrees and it pulls out. And that point really freed up this panel big time. I'm not sure if it will go completely. Might be still stuck behind that seat there. And that means I should continue here, remove this entire cover, which is held by the clips, and I will get access to the bolts which are holding this seat. These cargo hooks might be in the way too. I see 10mm here, and it's right here. That should maybe let go of this. Oh, since I cannot move this forward and use the power tool, I will just use the ratchet. But here are another 14mm bolts, right? I just pushed on it and it started moving immediately. Now I'm being careful, I don't want to damage this vehicle. But voila. I'm sorry. The seat is out. Same with the passenger rear seat. There is one more bolt right here. Oh yeah, baby. And look at that. The puzzle, it's nicely falling apart. I love it. And let's see if that finally freed up this whole panel. I can pull it carefully. It's usually, oh, that was easy. It was the last spot somewhere right here. Right? Now look at it. I will turn it the other way so I don't scratch it. This is coming out. This is incredible how much access I will have. I can't wait to show you from the inside, right? How great it is here. Also here is some door control receiver. There's another atrocity, in my opinion. Somebody tapped this speaker and did this wiring. Unbelievable. Let's continue with these panels, because that I want to have it all off. And I discovered the reason, right? This panel is actually over this one, over the top of that. Doesn't really look like that, but it is. So I continue here with this Phillips screw. That should help me keep moving this panel. I'm trying not to get in your way. That wasn't all the way, sorry for that. Right? Not in the way of the camera, but sometimes I have to reach there. This hook popped out. There was no tool and electric connector for that light, so that's out. Also, we continue with this panel. I see. Might go. No need to go there. I can imagine when I will be working on that seat belt will be in my way, most likely. Where is my 14? Right here. So let's get it off too. There's no reason for it to sit there, right? Boom. Boom. So that's gotta go. And also maybe I should finish with that gray trim. This trim goes under this trim as usually, right? No big deal. I removed two 10mm screws. I took off my dirty gloves because I don't want to stain this. Now look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last piece. So here is the look on the turn down and remove that interior trim from the inside of the vehicle. So let's go see where the problems are. Here it's still okay, but somewhere around here it's pushed inside, right? The whole body is pushed inside. Well, because we removed that seat belt assembly, which is right here, there will be partially access to that line, right? If you look at that, now look at that huge dent right here, which those morons were trying to fix from here, and they destroyed this area. for absolute no reason. They made holes in the body of the car. For what? It took me 1.5 hours to remove this trim, and that was because I was careful, but mainly because I filmed it for you. This is for this channel. If I wasn't filming that, 40 minutes max. Even going and look in that owner's manual, that will be max you need it to get to it from behind, right from inside. Why? I want to cry. You know, this is molesting the car. This is disrespectful behavior. Some people really should have no access to the tools, right? They should be banned from ever touching anything. So, let's look. That speaker definitely will be removed also, because there is another access to that area. So, I first removed that black electrician tape to show you that beautiful splice job. The good news is they didn't cut the wires, and it will be easy to fix that insulation on it, right? So let's remove really quickly that speaker. I believe these are 10 millimeters bolts. Let's see. Oh yeah. 1, 2, don't lose them, Peter, and 3. I will pick them up with the magnet later. How this is, and it's so weird to hold the camera and work with only one hand. Look, it's a Pioneer, made in China. And look again, and that was my whole purpose. Look at this incredible opportunity here to push that dent out. I can't wait, guys, to show you that it will be possible. And when I saw this car and I saw that damage, I had some kind of gut feeling, right, that it should be fixable from inside. And I'm very thankful. I didn't know that. I'm not trying to pretend I knew that. But I'm very thankful that I was right. And this will be a pleasure to repair and make it beautiful again. So I hope you enjoy this discovery of the damage with me. I'm glad I filmed it. I had the time for it. And please stay tuned, be subscribed. I will keep filming it and all the other stuff about Toyotas on this channel. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend, my friend.